Hello, I'm Food Daniel. Here are my predictions for the WFA games to be played on April 30th. This is week 5 of the 2016 WFA season. Philadelphia Phantoms, the Boston Renegades. Well, Boston already beat them once this year in Philadelphia. No reason to expect they won't again. But Philadelphia is a real good team, so this will not be a blowout. I'll say Boston by 2 or 3 touchdowns, probably closer to 2. Pittsburgh Passion at the Detroit Dark Angels. Gruesome win for the Passion. I do like the Dark Angels, and they're 2-1, so they're not a bad team. But Pittsburgh's really got it going on. Columbus Comets at the Chicago Force. I love my Comets, but there's no getting past the Force. Force will win this one by 3 or 4 touchdowns. Toledo Rain at the Derby City Dynamite. This one will be interesting. Let me take a look at how they are doing. Where the hell are they? I don't see the Toledo Rain in the standings anywhere. Oh, there they are. 0-3. Derby City Dynamite 1-3. Okay. Yeah, the Dynamite coming off their first win. They beat the Huntsville Tigers 14-0. While Toledo Rain, they lost to the Dark Angels 12-6. Okay, I'm expecting this one will be a close defensive matchup. I can see something like a 14-0 or a 12-6 score. Who'll win? I'll say Derby City by 1 touchdown or less. 1 touchdown. Flint City Riveters to Cleveland Fusion. Okay, come on, Fusion. Well, nothing's gone right for the Fusion this year. But, Flint City, a brand new team, coming off of a forfeit loss to Columbus, so I'm guessing probably roster attrition because, from Flint City to Columbus, that's not very far. There's no excuse for Cleveland not to win this. And I predict they will do it gruesomely. Yeah, that's right. I'm predicting the winless team will have a gruesome win. And here's the marquee matchup. Here's the one I wish I could teleport to. Atlanta Phoenix at the DC Divas. I just love it that there's teams doing long-distance travel to play the Divas. Okay, I don't think anybody's expecting the Divas to lose, and I'm not expecting the Divas to lose either. It'll be very interesting to see, though, how close will Atlanta keep it? And I think they're going to keep it close. Reasonably. I'm going to say DC will win by less than 20 points. Yes, less than 20 points. Okay, in this game, I'm guessing this one's already forfeited. Tri-Cities Thunder at the Alabama Fire. Okay, I understand the Thunder dropped out of the league entirely when they suffered too many injuries to continue. Just as well, nobody wants to see a 90-0 win. So, go rest up Fire. Okay, Tampa Bay Inferno with the Daytona Wave Runners. Tampa Bay will win this one handily. But the Wave Runners, I think they'll get a touchdown here or there. I'll say Tampa Bay by 4 or 5 touchdowns, probably closer to 4. Orlando Anarchy at the Jacksonville Dixie Blues. I love the Anarchy, so I hate to say it, but gruesome win for the Dixie Blues. Gruesome. Okay, another marquee matchup, the KC Titans at the Dallas Elite. Okay, Dallas will win this one. Just by how much? I'll say by 4 or 5 touchdowns, probably closer to 5. Dallas will win, yeah. Here's one that ought to be real good. The St. Louis Slam at the Indy Crash. Okay, the Slam are coming off of a 46-6 loss to Chicago. While the Indy Crash, boy, they had an exciting game, didn't they? They beat the West Michigan Mayhem 26-25, and I understand that was a come-from-behind victory, too. This one will be good. I'm. This one's hard. I'm going to say Indy's going to win by 2 touchdowns or less. Yeah, this will be a good close game. Arlington Impact at the Houston Power. I can't get a handle on the Texas teams other than the Dallas Elite themselves. You know, Arlington got blown out by Dallas 74-0, but how much does that really tell you? As for Houston, you know, with the addition of the Houston Wildcats, I have no idea, you know, which Houston team has what, so I have no idea what's going to happen here. No prediction. No prediction. I have no clue. I don't know anything about it, either of them. No clue. No prediction. Sorry. I hate doing that, but Acadiana Zydeco at the Austin Outlaws. Acadiana should win this. And they will. By 3 or 4 touchdowns. I know at the start of the season I said the Outlaws are, you know, just a skeleton of what they were because most of them went to the other Austin team. As it turns out, no, there's some muscle on that skeleton. I mean, they're still not what they used to be, but you know, they're not skeletal. Okay, let's go out west. Portland Fighting Shockwave at the Everett Reign. The Reign are looking for their first win. The Fighting Shockwave, they beat the Southern Oregon Lady Renegades 49-3, and they're undefeated. The Fighting Shockwave are undefeated versus a winless team. The Shockwave will win by 4 or 5 touchdowns. Hang in there, Reign. They're not going to go winless. The Reign won't now. Okay, another Northwestern matchup. Southern Oregon Lady Renegades at the Seattle Majestics. Oh, the Renegades, you know, suffered a 46-point loss last week, while Seattle, they beat Tacoma Trauma 22-2. But what I'm noticing, and what everybody's noticing, anybody who's paying attention anyway, is that Seattle, they're not stomping on people like they used to. They're winning, but you know, they're not blowing them out. So the Lady Renegades, you know, if they're not too banged up from last week, they can keep this game fairly close. So I'll say the Majestics will win by, I'll say 3 or 4 touchdowns, probably closer to 3. Okay, a non-league opponent at the Mile High Blaze. I'm assuming that non-league opponent is either the Colorado Freeze or the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. But either way, I'd expect the Blaze to win. I mean, I think their first win was against that very same Voodoo. And you know, knowing nothing about the Blaze and knowing the identity of the other team, still, if it's a WFA team versus an outer league opponent, I do naturally sense that the WFA team is the better team. So I'll predict the Blaze. I don't know by how much because I don't know who it is. Okay, here's one for you. The Sin City Trojans and the Central Cal War Angels. I've heard some folks online saying, this is the West Coast marquee matchup. I don't particularly think so. I love the ladies on the Sin City Trojans, but the War Angels will have this game. War Angels will win this game, probably by 3 or 4 touchdowns. I don't doubt it'll be a lot of fun, though. Last year when these two teams played in Central Cal, I was present for it, and Central Cal won handily, but still, it was vicious game, vicious, brutal hits all over the field. That'll probably happen here too. Game I'll be attending, the West Coast Lightning at the Utah Blitz. That's right, I'm going to drive all the way across Nevada so I can see my Utah Blitz. This will be a close game. The Blitz and the Lightning, they're about on the same level with each other. And optimism for my team leads me to Predict that my Blitz are going to win this game. I'm going to predict my Blitz are going to win. It'll be close by 10 points or less. My Blitz are going to win. Go Blitz, yes. And hopefully there'll be good weather for a change. I don't think I've ever once gone to a Blitz game where it wasn't raining. At least for some portion of the game. And last year the game I went to, it poured non-stop. Ugh. Okay. Ventura Wolfpack at the Pacific Warriors. Gruesome win for the Pacific Warriors. Gruesome. I'm glad the Wolfpack are around. I'm glad they're actually playing their games. And I'm still holding out hope that there can be a reschedule of that home game against the Utah Blitz that they had to cancel. That hope's dwindling, though. Don't let me down, please. But, yeah, there's no getting past Pacific War. Ventura will not get past the Pacific Warriors. And finally, Fayetteville Fierce at the Richmond Black Widows. Gruesome win for the Black Widows. Feels odd saying that about a first-year team, but gruesome win for the Richmond Black Widows. Well, I'm all screwed up today, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, and that completes my predictions for the WFA games to be played on April 30th. Thank you.